On the afternoon edition, it's my privilege to welcome Mr. Bobby Cameron in person in the studio.
Hey, how are you? Thank you very much, Baba.
Awesome.
For having me down, bro.
Absolutely. I was at a gig not too long ago, and Bobby was playing there, and then I just walked up to him and introduced myself, and rest is history.
I've known about you for many years, but I guess we never really get a chance to, I've heard your show many times to actually meet, so. And I start hassling you on Facebook. So.
No hassle. This is what we do here. If we didn't have musicians playing music, we wouldn't have a radio station playing anything.
That's right. So it all works out.
It's all good. So what's happening with you?
Oh, lots of things. You know, I'm doing a lot of producing with talent, younger talent. I kind of fell into that about 4 years ago, developing a lot of singer-songwriters. The latest one is just produced Stephanie Bosch's new record. She's now in Toronto showcasing, and I'm helping her shop it to the label, so I kind of took on a role as not really her manager, but kind of helping with all my connections, try to get her signed. I think she's a great young Alberta writer. Very alternative rock, and her new record's called Stupid Charlie, and it's starting to break at radio, so it's, I've been doing that, and then working on my next record. It's coming out in October, Comfort Zone, and doing shows, and also working with Peter North's The Gift, the Tyson
Yes.
tribute, which is just a huge thrill for me. I grew up on Ian's music through my parents. I mean, I'm from Cape Breton, but it was always in the air down there, but I never realized what a powerful songwriter Tyson really was. And
Yes,
of course,
indeed.
And Stuart McDougall, he's the music director of that, is kind of introduced me to that whole world. I never really had a chance to learn, so it's... I'm being a dad, you know. 4 hours sleep last night. What can I say?
Well, that's part of the small prices you pay for being the elder statesman of.
Oh, well, I don't know about that.
Awesome. So, shall we play some music and then we can talk some more?
Yeah, you're the boss, man. You let me know.
This is Bobby Cameron on CKUA Radio Network, live in person.
It's live, not memorized. This is a new one called Suanna. It'll be on my new record. So I hope you like it out there. We're going to have Baba sing harmony. Yeah. Play that guitar. Walking by myself, talking about Suanna. She was all for somebody else. Told me that she loved me, said she loved me true. I guess she meant forever, was for now and not for good. My heart is heavy from the weight of the Delta moonshine. Drown muddy waters, wanna taste your cherry wine. One more time, Suanna, like a diamond in the dust. Suanna, plus to play the deepest cut. Suanna, down by the sea, my heart is stone, you're over me. Ooh, yeah. Forgive me for myself. What I want is what you got, so take it off my shelf. Walk a mile on broken glass, find out that you're gone. Now I got a bleeding heart, a million miles on the road. My heart is heavy from the weight of a Delta moonshine. Come on, Baba. Down the muddy waters, wanna taste your cherry wine. One more time, Suanna, like a diamond in the dust. Suanna, rust to play the deepest cut. Suanna, down by the sea, my heart is stone. You wash over me. Ooh, yeah. Play it, man. never doubt the moonshine. Well, now I'm trying to muddy waters, wanna taste your cherry wine one more time. And like a diamond in the dust, and rusty blade that keep us coming. And down by the sea, my heart is gold. You wash over me, and setting me free. Ooh, yeah. So,
Wow, there's energy in live music that is totally tangible. I can just experience that on my skin and on my skull
well,
here.
I never heard anybody say that
Thank
before.
you.
But thank
Well,
you.
it is totally electric. Thank you so much. This is Bobby Cameron live on the afternoon edition. Bobby, guitar is such a common instrument, but it's so personal too. Everybody holds it differently, and everybody tickles it differently.
Without question. I mean, the heroes that I gravitate towards. It's interesting you say that because they really do hold it differently. You know, from the way Springsteen drops his telly by his hip and lower between his knees and stuff to like the way Mark Knopfler, the guys that I've, and Clapton. You know, it's interesting you say that. I never thought of that before, but I think it becomes a part of your body. It really, and you're trying to find some kind of groove within your expression that you can make it fit. And maybe that's why it's shaped like, it's almost like it got a female shape to it. I don't know. We're on to a whole new topic now. I like where this is going.
You are a guitar man. Like you are into guitar. You're a musician, but you are a guitarist, right?
Yeah, I am. But I guess when I was younger, growing up, that most people thought that was my whole world, but there was a lot more to me that was evolving as I went on and stuff. But I first kind of got a bit of notoriety as a guitar slinger back in the 90s. I won a contest for Much Music, that Guitar Wars thing they were flying at the flagpole.
Of course. Yeah.
And, the long rock hair and the Strat going through all the distortion pedals, and that's what I was doing. But I always had a blues and roots background from where I grew up. I mean, when I grew up in Cape Breton, I grew up on bands like Lynyrd Skynyrd and B.B. King and Dutchie Mason and early Matt Minglewood and the Stones and stuff like that. So, and the rock thing kind of found me. It was a natural progression. I think I went through the 80s and I fell into this rock void. But with the blues and roots and acoustic stuff, like Neil Young was a huge on me when I was growing up.
Of course. And how come you ended up in Alberta?
That's a good question.
I'm sure everybody has a story.
I just followed my heart. I always did my whole life. I was just in a road band in Cape Breton, and we lived on the road. Like, I lived on the road from probably 19 years old till I was about 27, 28. I mean, literally in a truck and hotels. And we were a cover band / original band, and we played all over Canada. We'd go where no man would ever go before. And then when we broke up in 86, I was in Fort McMurray, and that was our last gig, and I had a friend in Edmonton. I said, I'll come down there and hang out and get a gig. That was it. Lawrence Pugh, actually, was my good friend Lawrence Pugh, but it was. I'm grateful for it because Alberta, I've always waving the flag for Alberta. I mean, pound for pound, I've always said that this province has talent that you just make the hair stand up on your arm. You know what I mean? And it just needs to. It's not just oil country out here, man. It's like we got serious stuff to offer. So
Alberta's got a big heart, and hospitality.
Yeah, and we got CKUA, not to be,
no kidding,
a gracious plug, but I mean, really, as you know, these kind of stations don't exist.
They don't, but Alberta, our prairie hospitality, open-heartedness welcomes us all, and we are kind of all accidental tourists here, but we are here now and we are rocking.
Yeah, no kidding, and it's always good to be here. It's good to get. I mean, as you know, like we're, as artists and stuff like that, we depend on trying to find our market and any way we can, and it's not easy out there. So it's great to be able to come in and do what we're doing today. So
you're doing a whole bunch of shows. You play at the Blue Chair Cafe on Monday.
No, tomorrow night, Saturday.
Tomorrow night,
May 6th.
Oh, May 6th.
May 7th. Sorry, tomorrow night. Yeah.
And then you're off to Nashville.
Yeah, I'm going to Nashville. I actually, I don't know what schedule you're reading there. It's probably no website, but I am going back to Nashville on May 24th.
Yeah.
I get on to Nashville every 6 months co-writing. But I'm doing May 7th at the Blue Chair, and then and May 13th I'm in Fort McMurray at the Fort McMurray Legion. I'm doing a show up there. But I am ironically heading back to Nashville on the 24th of May. I do a lot of co-writing down there and keep my my writing career alive and working with songwriters down there. So
you said you have a new album coming out in the fall, and
yeah, it's called Comfort Zone, and our own Stuart McDougall was through meeting him through the Front Porch Roots Review and The Gift, that Stuart's a brilliant songwriter, lyricist, and he jumped on board and started kicking my songs around, get them to a new level, and I'm really grateful for that. It's been great. So October, yeah, I'm just setting the date now. It's on the venue. It's going to be a theater, and I'm excited because I haven't really been doing the artist sing for such a long time, since I've been doing a lot of producing and stuff. So I'm going to start blowing the dust off my career, as they say, and see where that leads me.
Would you blow another song?
Yeah, I just need to tune up a string. Can we do that live?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, not bad. I thought that was going to be a big bummer trying to do that, but let's just check that first chord. We're good, Baba. This one's called Perfect World. This will be on my new record too. I hope you like it. Everybody got a hunger deep in their heart. Everybody got a story about some hard luck stop. Everybody got wants, needs, dreams, and desires. Yeah. It's not a perfect world we're living in today. Not a perfect world. Anyway, it's not a perfect world. Together we can make some changes. Everybody's seen darkness swallow their light. Everybody has lost their way some point in their life. Everybody has fallen to their knees crying. Yeah, it's not a perfect world we're living in today. Not a perfect world anyway. It's not a perfect world. But together we can make some changes. Our skin, yeah, because we all rise to the same sun, and our nights all fall by the same moon. Got a saxophone solo now, but I'm just gonna let you think about that one out there. Yeah, it's a perfect world going round today. It's not a perfect world anyway. It's not a perfect world. Together we can make some changes. Living in today, it's not a perfect world anyway. It's not a perfect world, but together we can make some changes. It's not a perfect world.
Lovely, I like that. It's not a perfect world, but we can make some changes, make it better as we go. This is Bobby Cameron on CKUA Radio Network, the afternoon edition. My name is Baba. It's such a pleasure to have you, sir. And
thank you. I really appreciate your support, man, and jumping on so quick and late in the game. But I really, CKUA, many thanks.
You have done your your share of gigs, across the country and with various bands, and that's how legends are formed. That's how legends are made.
I don't know. Well, legends, I guess. Yeah, I play with a lot of people, and most people thought that I was just more or less pursuing my own career, but I was always open for to play with other people, and and one of the biggest things for me was when I got a chance to play with Long John Baldry. I toured with him for 3 years, and before John died, and got to know John really well, and on a lot of road trips with John across the country, just me and him in a SUV, and we were doing acoustic shows in the U.S. and I think the biggest compliment I ever got was that it was in the beer tent at the Edmonton Folk Festival when John Baldry was introducing me to one of his people, and he come up with this, this screaming example of my playing and what I'm about, and I know I'm remembering that, but I just like, wow. I mean, I couldn't thank him enough, but it's just off the cuff for him. But yeah, I don't know if I'm a legend, but I guess I've been doing it a while. I guess you do it so many years that you become that. I don't know, but I just really feel now I'm starting to get my mojo. I got really preoccupied with the business and chasing the stars and record deals and all that garbage that happens when you start getting lost in this black hole in music business. I mean, that's why I think it's so great now with all the where the industry's shifted. It's not so controlled by the corporations anymore. I think it's beautiful. You know what I mean? So.
Also, there's always personal growth, through all this, and that's the real gain.
Have I gone through that? That's
the real gain. I have a sort of silly question. Last time I saw you, your guitar had no sound hole in it.
Well, that's pretty common for me. There's a lot of things about me that have. It's this traditional acoustic I tailored today, but that one was called the Godin, Godin.
That's what I thought, yeah.
But it's actually a thin line acoustic, but with a pickup in it. But they're made in Montreal, but they're very popular now. But yeah.
Yeah, we got one at home. So.
Oh, you have one?
Yeah,
oh, okay. Well, there you go.
I know Godin's, and I was like, wow, it's very unusual to see a guitar like that, and that's what caught my attention.
It is a conversational piece most times when people ask you what is that. They assume it's an electric, but.
Yeah. This is Bobby Cameron on CKUA Radio Network. Bobby, thank you so very much. And Saturday night you play at the Blue Chair Cafe, which is a very nice, very nice venue there on south side of Edmonton.
Yeah.
And come back here again, and in the fall.
As long as you'll have me, I'll be back. I'll be knocking. You know me.
We're open for business. My name is Baba. This is the afternoon edition.